Good evening. It's Wednesday, June 30, 2021 here in Cebu City. I'm Cherry Ann Lim and this is SunStar Tonight. The Mandaue City government reminded the public not to be complacent even after getting the COVID-19 vaccine. This after the city recorded around 16 vaccinated individuals who tested positive for COVID-19. Chari Coronel reports.
The Mandaue City contact tracing team reiterated that those who are vaccinated against COVID-19 can still be infected with the virus. The city has recorded around 16 vaccinated individuals who still tested positive for COVID-19. Some of these vaccinated individuals were swabbed for travel and medical purposes. City contact tracing team head lawyer Julius Cesar Intisi said that few days ago, a fully vaccinated individual underwent an RT-PCR test as a prerequisite for surgery. However, the patient tested positive, thus his surgery was postponed. Intisi said that the person was disappointed as he assumed he won't be infected with COVID-19 once vaccinated. He added that this might affect their vaccination campaign. Mandaue City is now intensifying its vaccination rollout. Earlier, Mayor Jonas Cortez tapped the Mandaue Chamber of Commerce and Industry to help encourage businesses to offer discounts and promotions to residents who had been vaccinated against COVID-19. This is also one way to encourage the residents to get vaccinated. Chari Coronel, SunStar Tonight.
The Interagency Task Force has released the list of green or low-risk countries. This after the IATF eased the arrival protocols for inbound travelers who have been vaccinated in other countries and who stayed in green countries 14 days prior to their arrival. The new policy takes effect tomorrow. Kenneth Torres reports.
Effective July 1, inbound travelers who were fully vaccinated in the Philippines, regardless of travel history, and those vaccinated in other countries who stayed exclusively in green countries will undergo 7 days of facility-based quarantine and an RT-PCR test on the 5th day. Even with a negative test result, the traveler must complete the 7 days in the quarantine facility. The rule on the 5th day testing is subject for review after 20 days. The Interagency Task Force has released the list of over 50 countries which are considered green countries or low-risk countries. An individual is considered fully vaccinated at least 2 weeks after receiving a single-dose vaccine or the second dose of a 2-dose vaccine. The vaccine must be covered by an emergency use authorization or compassionate special permit in the Philippines or by an emergency use listing from the World Health Organization. Those who have not been fully vaccinated must undergo 10 days of facility-based quarantine with a swab test on the 7th day and 4 more days of home quarantine. Kenneth Torres, SunStar Tonight.
The Cebu City government has canceled the construction of the 4th phase of the new Cebu City Medical Center. Chari Coronel reports.
The Cebu City government has cancelled the construction of the 4th phase of the new Cebu City Medical Center or CCMC building. In a Facebook post of former Councilor Mary Ann de los Santos, who was the Deputy Mayor for Health during the last administration, she posted the notice of cancellation of the construction dated May 4, 2021. The 4th phase includes the completion of the building starting from the 4th floor. The notice of cancellation was signed by Cebu City Administrator Floro Casas Jr. and was authorized by Cebu City Mayor Edgardo Labella. However, Casas has not confirmed this letter. In the notice, it stated the cancellation of the construction of Phase 4 with an approved budget amounting to 499.9 million pesos. It was stated in the notice that the allocated budget was not sufficient to build the entire building and have it fully operational. The notice also stated that the bidders can request for a refund to the payment of the purchase of bidding documents and the withdrawal of the bid security for the project. Cebu City Acting Mayor Michael Rama said he did not know about this issue before he assumed as acting mayor. However, Rama said he will look into this development since two contractors wrote a letter to him asking him about the bidding process. Rama also said the notice of cancellation should have went through the city council first. Currently, only the outpatient department of the new CCMC is operational. It houses internal medicine, general surgery, pediatrics, obstetrics, gynecology, and general dentistry. It occupies the first 3 floors of the 10-story CCMC building, which is still unfinished. Chari Coronel, SunStar Tonight.
More Filipino athletes have booked their spots in the upcoming 2021 Tokyo Olympics. Kenneth Torres reports.
Filipino golfers Yuka Saso and Bianca Pagdanganan have booked their spots in the upcoming Tokyo Olympics after the release of the Olympic rankings for women's golf last night. Sasu, the reigning U.S. Women's Open Golf champion, booked her ticket through the top 15 quota. She recently rose in the Rolex World Rankings, climbing to the number 8 spot. Meanwhile, Pagdanganan earned her spot in the Olympics through the second qualification quota. She finished in the number 44 spot in the Olympic rankings. The Philippine team for the Tokyo Olympics now has 17 members. This includes Cebuana skateboard star Marjeline Didal, judoka Kiyomi Watanabe, and weightlifter Elrin Ando. Kenneth Torres, SunStar Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Cherry Ann Lim. Thanks for watching SunStar Tonight. See you again tomorrow. Good night.